Good morning, Jefferson City. It is Wednesday, May 27th, and this is the NT Daily. Kelton, can you believe that we are almost at the end of May? Feels crazy.
No, I can't believe it at all.
Yeah, have you noticed that I have a new hairstyle since I came back from the holiday weekend?
It's just a little different.
Yes, I have decided that this is my scrunchy girl hair era, or tired mom girl hair, summer hair era. I'm not really sure. But either way, I'm going to see like how many days I don't have to wash it and that it will look nice. So if you have product recommendations, I'm all ears for those. So we're digging into something today that's been developing over the past week. And honestly, could impact many of us here in mid-Missouri. Ameren's massive solar project in Callaway County and what it means for Ameren customers' electric bill. Our local government reporter, Matt McFarland, has had a series of stories over the last week. And so I wanted to lay out the timelines and what at the News Tribune we are wanting to keep everybody up to date on and what we think you should know. So here's the timeline. Last Tuesday, May 20th, the Missouri Public Service Commission approved Ameren's plan to build a 250 megawatt solar facility in Reform, Missouri, which is in Callaway County, right next to the Callaway nuclear plant. It'll be Ameren's largest solar facility in Missouri, covering 1,160 acres and capable of powering about 44,000 homes when it comes online in 2028. A week later, on May 20th, Governor Mike Kehoe and Google announced a $15 billion data center campus in New Florence, which is about 20 miles away from Ameren's new solar site. The State Office of the Public Counsel, which I learned is basically the watchdog for utility customers. I didn't even know we had an Office of the Public Counsel nor a watchdog for utility customers, so I learned that this week. But they raised concerns that the solar facility is really being built to power data centers, not consumers' homes. And they made the argument that the cost might fall on consumers. Data centers will pay 100% of the power they use and any new infrastructure to get that power to them. But the gray area here is the cost to actually build the solar facility can be and likely will be shared among Ameren customers through rate increases. That's kind of to be determined. Again, kind of a gray area. Some lawmakers have argued that protections under Senate Bill 4, which was passed last session, will make sure data centers pay their fair share. Ameren says that adding more energy to the grid benefits everyone by driving down prices and increasing reliability of the grid. Again, Matt McFarland, our local government reporter, has been covering every angle of this. He has 3 or 4 stories on it. The energy policy side, the economic development side, and also kind of the consumer watchdog side and concerns about who's really paying. But let's shift gears a little bit. While we are still talking about who is paying for things, the city of Jefferson City is dealing with a lot of its own revenue and spending questions. At a city meeting last week, the city officials discussed that there may be service cuts if the city doesn't find new revenue sources. City Administrator Brian Crane laid it out pretty clearly. The city's half-cent capital improvement sales tax, which will be on the ballot in August for renewal, is set aside for things like public works, streets, parks, and technology purchases. It does not go towards employee salaries or day-to-day operations. Personnel costs are the city's largest expense, and that cost keeps rising. So Jefferson City, they also noted that Jefferson City doesn't have a use tax like a lot of other Missouri cities, which means that when you buy something online and it ships to Jeff City, the city isn't collecting sales tax on that purchase. And that could be a lot of missed revenue. Now, in terms of revenue the city is bringing in, our local government reporter, Stephi Smith, published an article in the last few days about the difference in the revenue that parking ticket fines are suddenly bringing in. We've been talking a lot about this at the News Tribune, but Steffi looked into it and published a story this week. Here's what happened. This last November, the city hired a private company called PCI Municipal Services to handle parking enforcement. Again, new third-party vendor taking over enforcement. In January, the city raised parking fines to $25. Before that, tickets were only $6 for metered spots and $8 for non-metered spots. Quite a big increase. The result is that parking ticket revenue, so parking ticket fines, have nearly doubled. The city collected about $103,000 in parking fines during the first 6 months in the previous fiscal year. This fiscal year 2025, there is over $200,000 in when you compare the two periods year. The city says the old fines were so low that people were taking advantage of it, treating it like cheap all day parking. You could park all day downtown and only get a $6 ticket. Kelton, I'm not sure that's completely accurate because you and I both park downtown a lot, even like pre the $25 fine and during the $6 ticket period. I'm pretty sure there was a couple days you and I got more than one ticket.
Oh, absolutely.
So, I don't, Steffi has been working on a series. She's our city government reporter, obviously, at a lot of these city meetings. We are not saying we don't think that the parking fines are the city's plan to raise revenue, although it is obviously doing some of that. But I think, we would like to see the city be more transparent about where that money is going. I talked to Steffi about this article, and she said that they haven't said that it will go towards the new convention center, but they also haven't said that it is not going towards that. They kind of made general claims about what the parking fine revenue is being used for. Again, that parking fine revenue, Steffi laid this out in her article, isn't going back to the vendor. It is going to the city. It is revenue. The vendor can't make money off of the fine revenue itself. So we're going to have Steffi in actually for our Thursday morning episode, and we're going to walk through some of these issues. But I think you should go check out her articles ahead of that segment. But Mayor Fitzwater said, we can't expand services and hire more employees without new tax revenue. Also at this meeting, there was a discussion about projects like the soccer complex at Christie Drive and how that project may not have happened without tax incentives. There was a whole discussion about the use of tax incentives and how much revenue the city might be losing from development projects. Again, I'm not really sure. We didn't get into the details of that, but a lot of that deferred revenue for those big development projects would go towards property taxes, which would go to school districts and other LEAs and local governments. So I'm not sure if that's a huge part of it, but obviously this is the revenue, and the convention center and these major projects have been a huge part of the conversation down at the city. And so excited to have Steffi on this week to talk through some of these issues. And I want to remind you all, this morning at City Hall, there is a free coffee and community discussion about the public safety sales tax at City Hall at 8 a.m. Free coffee, free donuts, and a chance for everyone to ask questions. Steffi will be there. So if you've got thoughts on city funding, now's the time to maybe go down and listen in. Before we keep going, a quick shout out to our friends at Hen House Fresh Foods here in Jeff City. School's out, and Hen House says the savings are hot this week. If you are grilling this week or stocking up for the summer cookouts, they've got bone and center cut rib chops for just $1.99 a pound, thick cut pork loin chops for $2.49 a pound. Those are a big hit at my house. And fresh brats or beer brats for $3.99 a pound. Hot dogs, only 99 cents. And if you are feeding a crowd, there are frozen chicken leg quarters, $7.90 for a 10-pound bag. On the produce side, you can get pineapples for $3.49 each, blueberries at $3.49 a pint, blackberries for $2.49 a pint, and sweet yellow onions for $1.29 a pound. Again, If you need a easy summer meal option, Hen House has you covered. Go see our friends, sponsor of the NT Daily, at Hen House on 1904 Southwest Boulevard, Jefferson City. These sale prices are good May 27th through June 2nd at their Jefferson City location. Okay, so a quick heads up for anyone who reads the News Tribune online. We have talked about this for a few weeks, but we are obviously have been in a big transition period at the News Tribune. If you've tried to log into your account recently and couldn't get in, here's what happened. We've been needing to make some website upgrades and move some systems over, and we could not carry over the old login system. So subscribers need to re-register their accounts to keep accessing articles behind the paywall. We're trying to make it as simple as possible. Go to newstribune.com, click subscribe at the top, and follow the steps to re-register your email tied to the subscription. You have until June 15th to do this, and we have a step-by-step video walking you through if you need it. That video is in this article online at newstribune.com. It's also all over our social channels and on our YouTube channel where the NT Daily lives. So it just takes a few minutes, and we want you to be able to get back in behind that payroll. We are going to take another commercial break, and when we get back, I'm excited to talk about a new business that's opening up in Old Munichburg in downtown Jeff City. We will be right back.
We have a severe weather alert to report here. The storm is also bringing the threat of damaging winds and large hail.
Here's the thing. When storms bear down, we step up.
Ready to get?
You bet.
Our teams are always ready to keep your power strong. Ameren.com/poweron.
St. Louis Carpenters Union has shaped our communities. Through trusted alliances, we deliver skilled professional craftspeople while our business partners provide the kind of quality jobs that keep our economy humming. It's a blueprint that has worked since 1882. Turning Missouri into a right-to-work state stalls progress, wipes out jobs, and kills momentum. Right to work is wrong for everyone. Let's keep Missouri moving forward. Visit carpdc.org to learn more.
Welcome back to the NT Daily. I am personally very excited about this story that's up online at thenewstribune.com. The old Munichburg building is getting some new life, and there is a fun local business going in. A bookish cocktail lounge is opening in the old Welcome Inn. And full transparency, I may have visited the original old Welcome Inn a few times when I was younger. It was a vibe, and I hear that they are keeping the old Welcome Inn sign, so I think that's fantastic. And it is getting a whole new chapter. That pun was intended as a cocktail lounge with a literary theme. I personally love seeing old Jeff City buildings get reimagined like this and keep a little bit of the past too for nostalgia. It keeps history alive and gives the space new energy. I have lived in a few cities that have these bookshop restaurant bars, and if you're into cocktails and fun spaces, I think everybody's going to enjoy it, and I think it's a great addition to downtown. Speaking of great things in downtown, our friends at South Bank, a sponsor of the NT Daily, they partner with River City Habitat Humanity Restore, and they have launched the Helping Hands for Habitat, which is the new collaboration giving gently used furniture and home decor a second life with Annie Sloan chalk paint. It's a very simple goal: refresh pieces, reduce waste, and support Habitat's mission of building homes, communities, and hope right here in our hometown of Jefferson City. This Saturday from 9 a.m. to noon, South Bank owner Jill Bednar will be volunteering at the River City Habitat Restore, helping shoppers spot pieces that have potential and offering ideas for how to transform them. Stop by the Restore, find your next project, and help support our local habitat builds while you shop. And we had a few games on Tuesday night. Those results should be in the News Tribune today. We're still cheering for Blair Oaks, Fatima, and St. Elizabeth. St. Elizabeth are still in the baseball state championship brackets. I believe they're all in the quarterfinals by now. But again, those postseason updates are online. In girls soccer, I know Helias and Capital City have games this weekend. So we, continue to check our app and newstribune.com for updates on those stories. This will not be the last time you hear Kelton and I talk about sports this week, because as you might remember, we have some gear that we got to get out, some old, get the dust off some of that old high school gear. So this is your NT Daily for Wednesday, May 27th. Thank you for sharing your morning with us, and we will be back tomorrow.